Hi, I'm Zahra, a medical doctor, an educator, and an aspiring YouTuber. If we haven't met before, welcome to my channel. Today is video 4 of the 7 video challenge inspired by Ali Abdal. If you haven't seen his channel, I'd really recommend you check it out. So I'll pop a link down below. He's an entrepreneur and expert in productivity, and I really do enjoy his videos. Today, we're actually going to be talking about the on-cloud 5s. I'm a doctor, and this is my honest review. From someone who's on their feet for 26 hours for a call. Trust me, I've put these to good use, and I'm gonna let you know what I think about them. Okay, so maybe I should start off by saying that I've been eyeing these shoes for a while. There's actually a consultant that I work with who wears them constantly, and I admire her a lot. And she has these shoes out. I think she probably has, I don't know how many pairs, but they look great. They look super sleek. I love the design. But when I kept looking at the price, I thought, damn, these are so expensive. It goes for about 140 to 160 US dollars. And in South Africa, that translates to somewhere between 2.6 and 3,000 Rand. So it's not a cheap shoe. It's something that, you know, admittedly I took a second moment to think about whether I want to buy it or not. But I finally caved. I was post-call one day. I was tired. I felt sorry for myself. So I figured, yeah, a feel-good purchase and some retail therapy was right up my alley. I think I got the order about 2 days later. Admittedly, I'm not disappointed that I did. They've been great. But this is my honest review. Let's see what it is about them. I just wanted to show them to you. These are Swiss engineered shoes. They're incredibly lightweight. I think that's part of the reason why I like them so much. They're incredibly lightweight, and I must say, I think the part that's the most striking for me is the design. I absolutely love these sort of like square, airy, lightweight, almost hold design. I think it looks great. I think it's a little bit unique. I bought sneakers from every brand possible: Puma, Nike, Asics, Adidas, Under Armour, and I love them all. They're all great. I spend a lot of time on my feet, and they've all held up quite nicely. And I figured, oh, you know what? I spend so much on my feet. Let me see if this is worth the hype. This color I really like. It's blue. I work with pregnant women, and things tend to splash around a little bit, so a darker color is definitely better for me. But it's got this beautiful mesh upper, really nice and soft, but very durable actually. And the inner sole is it's really comfortable. I was actually surprised at how comfortable it is considering how lightweight it is. And actually my favorite part, the speed laces. Now, admittedly, speed laces are not a new design. I have a pair of Skechers as well, and they also do slip in, but I like the fact that they've designed this in a certain way, and it slips in easily. And it's great for when I'm on call and I have a few minutes just to put my feet up, take a little bit of a break, slip my shoes off, slip them back on when I need to, and I'm ready to go. And that's truly fantastic. So for me, that's always a big win. Underneath, so what is a little bit different with OnCloud is that they've got something called Cloud Tech. This is just part of their technology. These designs on the side, these are called Cloud Pods, and this is something signature to OnCloud. So it's the Cloud Tech branding, which is great. And actually down here there's a little cloud at the bottom, and what you can probably see here is that they've got additional reinforced grip on the edges, so where you've got dark blue, and at the bottom here, and I suppose it's because, you know, sort of ball of your foot maybe doesn't really need it as much. But overall, I think they are a wonderfully designed shoe. I think they are incredibly lightweight. They're actually really comfortable. My only caveat is that when I bought them for the first time, I got the right size. That wasn't the issue, but they're incredibly tight around the front of your foot. So if you have a broad foot at all, you might struggle to find the right size for you. I have quite a narrow foot, so it was fairly easy, but even then it was still tight. It probably took about 2 weeks or so with constant use and constant wear for it to actually stretch out and mold to my foot. And once it did, it's actually been surprisingly comfortable. That's the only caveat that I have to it. So if you have a slightly wider foot, I'd just be careful about what size you get, and maybe try it on first before you buy it. That being said, it should mold to your foot with a couple wears and a couple uses, and you should be good to go. But again, bringing it back to, you know, are they worth it? Usually sneakers like this you could pick one up for $60. You know, at the max you probably want to spend something around $120. This is definitely on the upper end in terms of value for a sneaker. And at the end of the day, you have to decide whether you think it's worth it. I think every sneaker has its wear and how long you can actually go for. For me, it was a complete impulse buy, and it was a complete desirable purchase, and it was something that I saw that I love the design. I love these little cloud pods. I think they look great. They actually feel great, and they're sleek enough and not bulky to wear even if I'm not wearing scrubs, even if I'm not at work, even if I'm not exercising. I think they've mastered the blend of lifestyle and active wear very nicely, and that's always not the easiest thing to do. And I must say, this light, sleek, elegant design just makes it look good. That being said, is it worth 3,000 Rand? Is it worth $140? I suppose that's definitely up to you. Like I said, I think there are far cheaper shoes, also with great technology, also with great designs that exist out there. And so it's more of, you know, is this something you've been eyeing? Is this something that's just going to satisfy this little like urge inside of you that's been wanting a shoe like this? And if that's the case, if it's purely just to satisfy a need, go for it. It's great. I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you do buy it. But if you're looking for a shoe that does the same thing at a cheap price, you can definitely find that as well. There are tons of options available, which is great. Tons of selections, but a great buy, and I'm glad that I did it. Are the On Cloud 5s actually worth the hype and the price tag? Look, I'd say yes. I'd say that you're getting everything that you'd want in terms of comfort, style, lightweight, technology, and I'm on my feet for 24, 26 hours on a call, and they are great. I've never complained. They give me great flexibility, great support, and you know what, I even get compliments on them, so that's a big bonus. So if you're a doctor or a nurse or a teacher or anyone that's running up and down and who's on your feet all day, if you want your feet to feel loved, go for it. It's a great investment. It has a lot to offer. If you're interested, I'll actually link it in the description down below, and you can check it out and have a see what suits you. And I'd love to know, I've mentioned a couple other sneaker brands. What's your favorite type of sneaker? What do you use for everyday real life? What do you use when at work? What do you use when you're traveling? What do you use when you're exercising? I'd love to know. I've tried a few of them myself, so I'd love to hear what else is out there. Thank you for watching, and if you want to watch more, my latest video should be somewhere up here, and you can subscribe to my channel.